Designed by Kiser Arenas, the Kiser 1010 Arena Drag is the ultimate equine footing preparation tool. The Kiser 1010 is used to prepare and maintain the footing at more major equine events than any other drag, including the AQHA World Championships and the major events from the National Cutting, Reining, and Rein Cow Horse Associations, along with many more.
Going to start by showing you how to adjust the frame of the Kiser Model 1010. The goal here is for the drag frame to be running even front to back, meaning level. This is done by placing a stop collar on the hydraulic cylinder on the tongue and then adjusting the fine-tune nut there that I'm turning right now. The direction that I'm turning the nut will actually raise the front of the drag. Again, the goal is for the frame of the drag to be running level when the drag is in the ground. We're going to now demonstrate how to set the depth of the Kiser Model 1010. We're going to do this by placing the stop collars on the hydraulic cylinder ram. The collars that I'm placing on right now are available in very small incremental changes. Different combinations of these collars will actually allow you to change the depth of the drag by 1/16 of an inch. You should make sure that you have the same size collars and same number of collars on each cylinder. The more stop collars that you place on the ram on the cylinder, the shallower the drag will be. The fewer collars that you have will allow the drag to go deeper.
The Kiser 1010 Arena Drag is a pull-type drag with 2 sets of hydraulic remotes and a 500-gallon water tank that requires a tractor with at least 90 horsepower. The water system is designed to spray water in front of the drag instead of behind. This allows moisture to be worked into the footing versus having it sit on top. The water is distributed via a PTO-driven pump that connects directly to the tractor.
What I'm demonstrating right now is how to turn the water system off to where you can work on something, and that valve right there controls the back pressure. I'm going to uncouple the hose right now. One of the purposes of having the quick coupler on the hose right there is for you to be able to drain the water system if you think that it's going to freeze. As you just saw when I turned that valve, there was some water came out. That controls the pressure to the spray tips. So if that valve is all the way open when you're spraying water, part of the water will be returned into the tank. If you close that valve, all of the water will be forced through the spray tips with more pressure. Each water tank is equipped with a fill hose. The fill hose has a quick coupler attachment for your garden hose. This is the easiest and safest way to fill the drag. It also prevents a lot of foreign material from entering your water system. The Kiser Model 1010 is equipped with a black water tank. The purpose of the black water tank is to prevent algae growing in the tank. On occasion, you will have foreign material enter into the water system, and when that happens, a lot of times that foreign material will get into the sprayer body and prevent the diaphragm from completely closing, and the water continues to run from the sprayer tip. I'm showing you right now how to take this sprayer body apart and clean it out. You remove the 4 screws, as I'm doing right now, and then behind that, what you'll see in the sprayer body is a flat black rubber disc called the diaphragm. You remove the diaphragm, wash it off, replace it, put the cap back on, insert the screws, tighten them up. They don't have to be, you want them just snug. You don't want to get them very, very tight. That's not going to improve the performance.
The 1010 has a hydraulic leveling blade on the front, 2 rows of replaceable grooming rods behind that, and a hydraulic ripper bar in the center. The Kiser 1010 Arena Drag can be customized with a profile blade on the back or 2 additional rows of grooming rods, depending on the intended application. Finally, a finish rake gives the Arena the final look and finish. A laser leveling system is also available for the ultimate in precision arena grooming. When the laser from the stationary controller is synced with the receiver on the drag, the hydraulic leveling blade automatically adjusts up and down independent of the tractor and drag tires. With the leveling blade being unaffected by the rise and fall of the drag's tires due to uneven areas in the footing, the laser system produces a perfectly level surface across the entire arena, even if the original footing had large peaks and valleys.
As the front teeth on the drag wear from use, you will need to lower the tooth bar on occasion. After the teeth have worn more than 1 inch, it is time to adjust the tooth bar. This is done by using the jack right there that I had in my hand. You've got 8 pins right there to remove, and then you turn the jack and lower the tooth bar 1 inch, replace the pins. I always recommend that you have a punch. This is set up to where there's 2 empty holes and they don't always line up perfectly. So if you have a metal punch and you put it into the first hole and drive it in, the pin will go into the other empty hole very easily. The Kiser Model 1010 comes equipped with turnbuckle jacks that are attached to the hydraulic leveling blade. The purpose of these jacks is to allow you to make sure that the blade is running level from side to side. The purpose of being able to adjust that is if dirt builds up on the side of your arena, you can lower one side of your hydraulic leveling blade and you're able to cut down the dirt that is built up on the side of the wall. During normal usage, the blade will be running level. What I'm demonstrating right now is how to switch the hydraulics from the rippers to the leveling blade. Most of the time I'm only using the leveling blade, but in a situation where I'd like to use the rippers, either raise or lower that handle, and that will switch the hydraulics back to the rippers.
With over 35 years in the arena drag business, Kiser Arenas has the experience and knowledge to design the components necessary to create your perfect footing. The Kiser family of drags are the highest quality, most durable, and effective drags on the market. Contact Kiser Arenas today for more information.